Traders, we've all done it. I know I have. When you have a trade and you say, oh, it just felt right. It felt so good. Yeah, the stars were aligned, and it just felt it was going to be a great trade and work out, right? Now, there is no place for feeling in trading. Feeling is what will get you in trouble, right? All we do is follow our system, okay? So we're going to, sort of unravel why we use this phrase, it felt so good when I took the trade. Okay, so stay tuned for that, guys. And also at the end of the vid, I'm going to give you all of my trade ideas for today. We've got some great trades setting up, and there's some really interesting correlations that you must be aware of. All right, so we're going to look at that as well, guys. But let's start with this, it felt good, it felt amazing, right? Like I say, feeling has no place in trading whatsoever. What you're actually doing is following your plan. And if you follow your strategy in terms of your entries, exits, right? And you follow your risk of money management, okay? And you physically are of the right mindset when you take the trade, that is what you call the stars aligning. It feels good. But all you're doing is following your plan. And ironically, I'm going to show you a trade which was a losing trade, but it felt good, right, to use that phrase, because I followed every part of my plan. Okay, so let's look through this trade step by step and why it felt good when I take trade. Don't like using that phrase, but just to keep in line with this video, why it felt good and it was still a losing trade. And even my exit felt good. Right, so let's look at this Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar trade. And this was a trade I took yesterday, guys, right? So this, you can see September 9th, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar sell, entries, stop loss, take profit, okay? And I closed the trade early, all right? So let's remove this so we can see the chart. Now, as you know, guys, I do a top-down approach, right? And everything felt good. Let's remove this old alarm so you can see things a bit clearer, right? And everything was aligned, right? Weekly, as you know, this is a weekly trade idea for me, but it was also an intraday trade. So weekly, it's in a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, okay? Right, we're broken out of this trend line. You can see this trend line here as part of the bigger channel. Right, it broke that low and clearly broke out of the channel, okay, and it still had a bit of room to move into, okay. So weekly I liked, right? Now we go down to daily, and we were clearly in a downtrend, right? We're getting lower highs, didn't quite make lower lows. I was aware of this. We was at a low, right? But again, it still had that room to move into back down to this last area of support, okay? Also, before yesterday's candle, obviously I didn't know this candle when I took the trade, but this candle I did, and this was also very bearish, right? The last 4 candles were bearish, doji, bearish, right? So daily I liked, right? So, this term of feeling good, weekly and daily, made me feel good, right? I was like, right, this is lining up to be a good trade. So weekly and daily, as you know, guys, gives me my direction. And then we go down to the H4, right? And let's get rid of all of this. And I entered when we got a nice retrace, right? So this was roughly the point of where I entered, right? Price was coming down, and I actually got in at 108.30, right? I had a really nice entry up here because it was at the top of this channel, right? Price was clearly in a H4 downtrend, and it was even hitting the moving average 20 as well, right? So again, the stars aligned, right? I felt good about this trade. The really important bit is coming, guys, because I felt good about exiting the trade too. So let's just play this along a little bit. Okay, so you can see price came up, right? And all in this one H4 candle, I entered the trade, and closed the trade. Okay, so at the point of entry, everything, the stars were aligned, everything felt good about this trade, right? I was, confident in the trade because I ticked every box. I followed my strategy, right? Daily, weekly, give me direction. H4 was in a downtrend. It was at a nice resistance level. Tick, 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 tick. I entered, right? I entered at 108.30. My stop loss was 108.58, right? And that was 1% risk. Okay. So again, tick, right? I followed my strategy. I followed my money and risk management. Okay. And again, I felt good. I felt fine, right? In fact, I was a little bit jet lagged, but other than that, I felt good about the trade. I was in the right mindset to trade, right? Now, to carry this on further, so everything was fine with this trade. I have no problem that this trade ended up closing for a loss. But as soon as I saw this candle, right, that broke out of this trend line, right, and most importantly, broke this last high in here, I exited the trade. And that also felt good, to keep using this phrase, because I followed my exit plan. And my exit plan is if H4 structure breaks, which it does, right? We start to get higher highs on the H4. I exit the trade, close the trade. So that also felt good, right? But ironically, I was taking a loss. But instead of taking a 1% loss, right, at 108.58, I took about a 0.6% loss. So although this was a losing trade, everything felt good about this trade. And like I say, there's no place in trading for feeling. This feeling comes from following your plan, your money and risk management, your strategy, your psychology, even your exit plan to the letter. That is what will make you feel good about your trade. Nothing else, right? What you're feeling is just you having the discipline to follow something, right? And great. And that does feel good. Okay. So there you go, guys. Feeling good in a trade. That is why you say it. Now, stay tuned, guys, because I've got so many good trade ideas for today. And before I do, if I could just ask everyone to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, smash the notification button so you receive an alert. And if everyone could please smash the like button, greatly appreciated. Also, guys, if you haven't already, come join our trading community, right? You've got like-minded traders. You can have a chit chat, share knowledge, ideas. So come join our free Discord channel. It's free. Come join it. All right, just sign up, verify yourself. If you want more than that, guys, and you want access to my trade ideas, you want access to my signals, my tutorials and strategies, and you would like direct access to me, as in you can ask me questions, then please come join the VIP Trading Academy. And right now, if you sign up with one of our preferred brokers, deposit funds into your own trading account, we will give you direct free access to the VIP Trading Academy. It's a no-brainer. You can change the broker you're using, or if you haven't got a broker, sign up today. Right, all the information is in the video description. Also, don't forget, guys, please come join us for the live stream today, 8 a.m. New York EST time. Get all your questions ready for me, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. I've been on holiday, so I need to see your faces. Right, trades. We're going to start. We've got some really important cross charts you need to check today. So we're going to start with some US dollar pairs that we like. Right, let's get out of this. And we're going to start, first of all, with pound US dollar. I know one of the traders in the VIP was already selling this. But let's start with the day chart. And as you can see, right, we have had on the day chart with pound US dollar, we saw a lot of US dollar strength yesterday. We have seen a structure break, and there's nothing more I get more excited about than a structure break. Even a day with Gal Gadot wouldn't be as exciting as a structure break. Now I'm lying. Gal Gadot is more important than a structure break. But you get the point, right? This candle here has broken this low. Yeah, the body of the candle has broken this low. We now have lower lows, lower highs, right? The definition of a downtrend structurally, right? We've also got a bit of room to move into. Now, I've put it down to this 1.300 level, but I am conscious of, this literally this high here, this whole area here I'm interested in. So we'll see how price reacts there, but I think it has enough room to come down, or has enough downward momentum, enough selling pressure to come down to this 1,300. All right, so that's the daily. Now, if we drop down to the H4, guys, all I'm looking for is a bit of a retrace, right? We get a bit of a retrace up into this grey zone, right? Start selling. Ideally, I want to put my stop loss above the moving average 20. So if price is here, I probably want to put my stop loss up here. Okay, but yeah, like I say, I'll put this trade if I take it in the VIP Trading Academy. But yeah, sells here, looking to take price lower. Now, I've just shown you pound US dollar, but what I also want to show you now, right? Let's show you New Zealand US dollar first as well. Okay, so again, this is US dollar strength. Okay, and it's exactly the same scenario really as pound US dollar, right? It was in this uptrend, and then bang. Yesterday we got a break with this candle, right? This candle broke this low in here. We're now getting lower highs, lower lows, downtrend below the moving average 20. And again, we have a bit of room to move into down to this 6,100 or 6,1,000 psychological level, if not a little bit further down to this level. Okay, so there's nice room to move into, bearish candles in a downtrend. What's not to bloody like, right? Now, if we drop down to the H4, just want a bit of a retrace. Again, I'm very conscious of this moving average 20, right? So even if price sort of retraces into here, I may take the sell trade, but I will still look to take my stop loss here. But anywhere in here, guys, I will start selling New Zealand dollar, US dollar. And now, because I've shown you both of my US dollar trades ideas today, it's important to see the dollar index, right? And where this is. I mean, let's show you on the weekly, because on the weekly, we are at, as you know, the dollar's been weak, right? We've had a proper sell-off in the dollar, okay? But now it's reached a really important weekly level. So if we are going to see some US dollar strength, which we are on the charts anyway, this area here and the fact we're getting a bullish reaction at this level supports my trade ideas. It supports, the US dollar strength with pound US dollar and New Zealand dollar US dollar. All right, so important to look at the dollar index, especially when it's at key levels, right? And this is one of the reasons we're seeing that US dollar strength. All right, now the next trade I'm looking at is Canadian dollar strength, right? So as you know, another important correlation with Canadian dollar is oil, right? So if oil is strong, as in high price, then Canadian dollar is strong, right? Because it exports a shed load of oil. So if we look at, again, we look at the oil chart, and it's very similar to the dollar index and how I'm trading the US dollar pairs. Oil too has got to a very important weekly support level, right? That is a super important level for oil, okay? And, we can expect a bounce off this level, right? Will it bounce just to here? Will it bounce up to here? Will it bounce up to here? We have no idea, right? Nobody does, okay? But what we do know is that we're going to get some oil strength at this level. How long it lasts, we don't know, but we are going to get some oil strength. And this will lead to Canadian dollar strength. So that coincides with my first Canadian dollar trade idea, right? So if we start with the day chart on EuroCAD, Yeah, and we're looking to sell it, right, because of Canadian dollar strength. Now, if we look at structure, right, it stopped making higher highs, yeah, and it broke down. And at this point, we had lower lows. We are clearly in a downtrend. Price has come back up, hit the moving average 20, and now we're getting lower highs, right? Plus, we've got a very bearish candle, right? So I think we can take price back down to these daily lows. All right, so daily for direction, read the daily chart. What does it tell you to do? Buy, sell, or stay out of the market. They're your only three options. This is telling me to sell. We drop down to the H4. I just need a retrace, right? There's arguably, well, not arguably, there was this trend line, right? So you can see this trend line through here. And that's been broken, right? On the H4, you can see price kept obeying this level. Even here, a bit of a wick lower, but obeyed it. It's now broken. All right. So what do I want to see? I just want to see a bit of a retrace, potentially back up to this level. As you can see, price reacted here before. Moving average 20 comes round. I think this is a really nice level to sell. Stops up here. Okay, so Euro CAD sells. I'm also looking at New Zealand dollar CAD trades. And this is a sell, obviously, because we're seeing CAD strength. And this has just had a fresh structure break as well. So at this point, we was in this uptrend, right? And then bang, we have broken these lows in here. We're in a downtrend with this big candle from yesterday. Yes, let's just get all that out of the way so you can see that. You can see this candle, right, broken all of these lows in here. So we're getting lower lows, lower highs, downtrend. We're below the moving average 20. Good, right? And we're just going to look for a retrace back down to this 8,300 psychological level. If we drop to the H4, I've got so many trades today, guys. It's unbelievable. Yeah, we just got this level through here, right? We've got this, we're in a H4 downtrend, but we've got this level through here. So what do we want to see? I want to see a retrace into here. Moving average 20 comes down, and I will still probably hide my stop loss up here, right? And then look to take price back down to here. Again, guys, if I do take the trade, I'll put it in the VIP Trading Academy. There's one last trade that I'm looking at, guys. There's more. I'm exhausted. I'm not really. It's not that strenuous. But yeah, the last trade idea, guys, is Euro New Zealand dollar. And guys, yeah, what we'd really like to know, when I give you these trade ideas, please leave a comment. Do you like the trade idea? Are you looking at a different trade yourself? Get involved, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. What the hell are you trading today? All right, maybe it's the same. If it is, wonderful. Great minds think alike, yeah? The final one is Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, now this is in a downtrend, right? It was just sort of ranging and then bang, right? Downtrend. And this is where we're at, right? We're getting, we broke the low of the range. We're now getting lower lows. This is lower highs. And we're, is this potentially the next lower high? Maybe. We shall see. But it is at a really nice level, right? It's in a downtrend, and we're at the moving average 20. It's had a nice retrace, and it has lots of room to move back into, right? So we like this trade for that idea. And, not a super bearish candle, but a bearish candle. That wick is bearish, right? Because it's bigger than the bottom wick, right? My wick is bigger than yours, okay? Anyway, yeah, that's what we're seeing, right? And then if we drop down to the H4, as you know by now, guys, those regulars to the channel, I'm just looking for a structure break. Now, we've got this level through here where price has been touching, okay? So on the H4, what I would like to see, okay, is, potentially like a breakdown of structure. Breaking this low, but I would probably need it to see it to break this low. Okay, once we get this, we can start selling, stop up here, take price lower. If we don't get the structure break, I won't trade it, right? This could just carry on up. Yeah, we're seeing a bullish H4 candle. This could quite happily carry on up. Yeah, no structure break, no trade with this one. All right, guys. So those are all of my trade ideas for today. Hope you've enjoyed them. Please leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget the live stream today, 8 a.m. New York EST time. I'll see you then. Have a great trading day.